Hey everybody, welcome to We Not Metal. Thanks for coming. If you like what you see and hear, please subscribe. If you don't subscribe, no big loss, because I'm not doing this for money or anything. I'm doing this for fun and to spread metal throughout the world. Okay, so there's a couple things I want to talk about today. I'm kind of cramming a bunch of stuff into one video just to get it out of the way, and then we can elaborate on things later. But today, I want to say I'm new at this. I'm working on my editing. I have no idea how to do any of it yet. So any tips or suggestions, hit me up down below in the comments. So thanks for that in advance. I want to thank the people that have subscribed to me so far. In my own way, it kind of makes me feel good because I'm having fun and you guys liked it. So first of all, the one sub that I have that I know, there's two that I know the names of, besides my kids, of course. One is the Metalhead Box. We'll talk about them later. And the other one is called Metal Music Meltdown. He's a fellow YouTuber. He subscribed to me, and he's my first suggestion on video content, which we'll get into later. So I have a lot of ideas for videos, but today's content is the first idea I had, and I wanted to just get it out there so you guys knew a little bit more about me, which is my backstory, how I became a metalhead. And the request from my subscriber is to go through my battle vest and give any backstory on the patches. Now, I will go through my patches on here and some of the pins maybe, but the backstories to any of the patches are another video that I'm gonna make that's about bands I've seen live, bands I want to see live, and bands I have tickets to see that got canceled last year because of the stupid COVID-19 crap. So jump right into my backstory. I'll make it short and sweet, because if I don't, it'll take forever. So basically, I was born in 1973. That means I'm 47. If you don't know how to do fast math. Lived in pretty much a Christian household. Restricted on the music side quite a bit. Couldn't listen to anything that wasn't Christian. So that's why you'll see some Christian bands on my vest, because that's what I started growing up on, and it's still close to my heart. So okay, so first of all, always listening to the radio, even as far back as I can remember. My earliest memory of music is Kiss's album Destroyer on 8-track. My uncle had it, and I remember the cover, or the sticker that was on the 8-track. Some of you don't know what 8-tracks are, but look it up. Somebody told them they were of the devil, so he, in front of me, opened up the wood stove and threw all of his Kiss 8-tracks in the fire and destroyed them, and that really hurt my heart. And I was so upset. So when I got older and I was able to, I found that album. I think it was on a record. I still have it, but now I have it on CD and digital and all that crap. Anyway, so starting out, I always listening to the radio. Then along the way, one of my other uncles or somebody, I don't remember who, gave me a big old stack, probably like that tall, of 45s. And if you don't know what they are, they're singles on a little record. It's about this big around. There was stuff like Foreigner, Boston, Alice Cooper, like early Alice Cooper, you know, that kind of stuff, classic rock, which I still love. But that started me on my journey And along the way, the household became more strict, and I wasn't allowed to listen to nothing that wasn't Christian music because it was of the devil. So along came a little band called Striper, and I was allowed to listen to them because they were Christian. So I got into them big time. I still love them to this day. They, to me, were the Christian Kiss. They had the yellow and black gimmick stripes going on. You know, like Kiss had the makeup, Striper had the stripes. They got pretty big in the 80s, and they're still pretty big today. They're still putting out albums. So that was like a big turning point for me. I didn't listen to nothing but like Striper, and there was some bands, some other bands called Messiah Prophet, Saint, Leviticus. Can't really think of any more right now. I have all of them still on tape or CD somewhere, but then at school, all the kids were listening to like Ozzy Osbourne, Judas Priest, Motley Crue, Twisted Sister, stuff like that. This is in like 1983, 84 or somewhere around there. And I was always jealous of them. So then I became rebellious. And I went and I started stealing cassette tapes from a local store called Fisher's Big Wheel. And I got caught once, and I swore to never do it again. So if that makes you feel any better, I don't steal anymore. But then I got paper route and shoveled the snow off sidewalks in the winter for money so that I could buy stuff. And I had a rather large growing cassette collection, but I had to hide them in my bass drum of my drum set so that my parents didn't see them. And that's when I started getting like Motley Crue, Iron Maiden, Skid Row was one of them, you know, stuff like that. So then, make a long story shorter, a couple years later, my parents got divorced, and I moved with my dad to Florida, and he pretty much said I could listen to whatever I wanted. Well, before we moved to Florida, he said I could listen to pretty much whatever I wanted, because I asked him if I could have this certain CD, and he said, I don't care what you listen to. So I had a friend, his name was Sean. I'm still friends with him now, but he had a cassette tape that he didn't like, and I was intrigued by the album cover. I'd never seen anything like it, and my quest for heavier, faster, louder, you know, more brash, just in-your-face stuff was growing by the day, and this album cover really spoke to me. So I was like, okay, do you like Striper? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, well, I recorded a copy of one of their albums onto a blank tape, and I traded him for the one that he had. And he got a copied tape, and I got Master of Puppets. Y'all know the album cover. I'm sorry about the glare, but this mammoth of an album was my introduction to thrash metal, and I listened to that tape over and over and over and over again, and I wore it out and went and bought it again. And when I went and bought it again, of course I had money that I worked for and I saved up, and I bought all their other stuff that was available at the time. So real Metalhead was born. And during the time that I was still buying cassette tapes at Fisher's Big Wheel, I stumbled across this one called, which I don't have right now, it got stolen, but Anthrax, State of Euphoria. I got that on cassette tape, fell in love with that. That's my favorite Anthrax album by far, just so you know. So then, skip ahead a year or so, we moved to Florida, and my thirst for Heavier, Faster, Louder was in full tilt, full speed, all engines blaring. Walked into my first day of school down in Florida, into my 8th period science class. Was this kid sitting by himself at one of the little science tables, and it was the only open seat. And he happened to have a t-shirt on that I loved when I first looked at it, and I was like, well, isn't that a coincidence? That's the only seat available, and he's wearing something that I really think I'm gonna like. So I went and sat by him, and we became really good friends. And if you excuse me for a minute, I'll show you what t-shirt he had on. Yeah. Here we go. He had this album cover on his t-shirt. Overkill, Under the Influence. And I was like, I gotta know this kid, I gotta know this band. So we became very good friends. And he introduced me to other stuff like Slayer, Exodus, Testament, which Testament is my favorite thrash metal band, just so you know. And there was a lot of local bands at that time. Atheist was actually from not far away from where we lived, if y'all know who Atheist is. And there was another one called Azrael, but I don't know how far they went. I was at the drummer's house when they got their record deal phone call, so that's cool. Anyway, we went to concerts all over the place. Jacksonville, Daytona, Miami, all over the place. Orlando, Sarasota, all around Florida. And saw many bands, and a lot of them are on this jacket. We'll talk about that later. But so cut forward a couple years ahead, and I come back up north. I'm from New York, by the way. Originally from Pennsylvania, now I live in New York. But I graduated high school, went in the Army, went all over the world, came back, stayed in the National Guard, which is part-time Army, and got married, had a couple kids, got deployed again, got divorced, got married again, got divorced. Now I'm with the love of my life, and we have 3 more kids together, so I got 5 altogether, 5 kids, and I'm still a metalhead. So that's pretty much my story. That's how I became a metalhead. That's why I'm still a metalhead, and I don't think anything's ever going to change that. Okay, cool. So now we'll get into my vest. And just so you know, I already recorded this video and I didn't like the outcome, so I'm redoing it. Alright, here we go. First off, we have Suffocation, my favorite death metal band. Betrayal, Christian thrash / almost industrial on their second album. The first album was very progressive and artistic, I'd like to say, but it was still metal. And the second one was more thrashy blast beats and industrial elements like what do you call it, sampling and stuff like that. And they're not around anymore, so I feel very lucky to have this patch. Look them up, they're on YouTube. Then we got Death Pin, what's that one, Overkill, Obituary, Testament, Napalm Death, Suffocation, my favorite Suffocation album. If you can see it, I'll try to. It is Human Waste, my favorite album cover, and my favorite death metal band. Alright, cool. So then we'll go down here, we got Vader, which I semi-recently discovered them, and I love them. It's like thrashy death metal. That's the direction I'm headed right now. Then we got Coroner, classic thrash, 3-piece thrash band. I believe the bass player was the singer as well. I love them. Impending Doom is a Christian deathcore / progressive death metal band. I love them for some reason. Then we got Typo Negative, and these right here and all these pins from like here down I just put on the other day because I had them and I was bored. Same with this side. Okay, so here we have Obituary. What else can I say? It's Obituary, right? Come on. Then we got Suicidal Angels, Greek thrash metal. Then we have Glare. We have Vader pin, Carnivore pin, which kind of turned into Typo Negative. Taking the head of Goliath in the corner again. Then we have right here, what is that, Morbid Angel? Yeah, Morbid Angel. And Creator, Metallica. Who don't know Metallica? Then there's Rigor Mortis, Cannibal Corpse, and Destruction, Megadeth, Behemoth. Behemoth is one of the very few black metal bands that I like. Just a little plug, I got this pin, which is Euronymous from Mayhem, from the Metalhead Box. I'll get to that later. Okay, that's the front. Well, then we got Lamb of God over here. And then, okay, we'll go to the back. On the back, Testament, my favorite thrash metal band. I can't talk. And we got DRI, crossover, I call them punk crossover thrash band. They're pretty cool. Then you got Corrosion of Conformity, you know, gotta love them. And we'll go down this side first. We got King Diamond, Old Sepultura, not the new Sepultura, in my opinion. Seventh Angel, Christian thrash / doom / progressive, I guess you would say. Atmospheric, pretty cool. They're still around, I think. They just haven't put anything out in a while. Slayer, everybody knows Slayer. Death Angel, Exodus, Municipal Waste, Cannibal Corpse, and Warbringer, Rigor Mortis, Ultimatum, Christian Thrash, Creator, German Thrash, Nuclear Assault, Thrash, Anthrax, Thrash, Hatebreed, not Thrash. The Hatebreed is, what would you say? Hardcore crossover metal? That's what I call them. Okay. And we got Living Sacrifice, Christian death metal / metalcore, I guess. Old stuff is death metal-ish, new stuff is metalcore-ish. And over here we got Black Sabbath, of course. How can you not have Sabbath on your vest? Death, how can you not have death on your vest? Okay, this one is Freedom Isn't Free. That's a fact, Jack. Iron Maiden, of course. How can you not have Iron Maiden on your vest? And we'll go down here. Yeah, Deliverance, Christian thrash, like speed thrash, like they're fast. The guitar player is the only original member that I know of. He's very fast, very technical, very good. Let's see. Power metal, Halloween, call me a nerd. I don't care. And we got old. I'm talking, I mean, that's not classic, but it's still a classic. From 1986, that's the last thing they put out was their album Master of the Metal, Messiah Prophet. I got lucky, saw this patch for sale. Somebody made it online. I bought it and I put it on here because they're not around anymore. The lead singer, Charlie, rest in peace, brother. He passed away a few years ago. But that album right there got me through a lot of my time in non-Christian music prison. And then there's Taking the Head of Goliath, which is a new death metal slash deathcore band, former members of the Christian death metal band Crimson Thorn. Very good. Friends with all of them on Facebook. Very cool guys. Love you guys. Let's see. I don't know if I did this one yet, or these ones. I got Ozzy, Twisted Sister, Big One getting me, Big Two getting me into rock and metal back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Okay, what else we got? We got the back patch is Suicidal Angels, Moshing Crew. That's my favorite song by them, by the way. Then Annihilator, one of Canada's Big Four, along with Sacrifice, Razor, and Voivod. And then we got Overkill. One of my personal Big Four for thrash metal is not Metallica, Anthrax, Slayer, and see, I don't even know the other one. Metallica, Anthrax, Slayer, Megadeth. Yeah, my Big Four is Testament, Megadeth, Overkill, Exodus, or something like that. It changes, you know. Everybody's taste changes, but that's my Big Four. I don't agree with that music industry's idea of the Big Four just because they make the most money. Still love you guys, but don't have to be that way. So that's all my music patches on here. Now, I mentioned that I was in the Army, so I figured I would incorporate some of that on my vest, because why would it be called a battle vest if I didn't have my battle stuff on it, right? So here's one of my rank patches. That's the sergeant rank, if you didn't know. That's the last rank I got before I got promoted, before I got out. So I got out and then they promoted me to E6, which is got a little rocker under there. But this is what I got. So I thought it looked cool on here. And then this is the 24th Infantry patch, which does not exist anymore to my knowledge. They changed it from this to the 3rd ID while I was at Fort Stewart, so we were involved in switching everything over from the 24th to the 3rd ID. If any of you know what I'm talking about, cool. If not, ask me about it for another video and maybe I'll talk about it some more. I don't know, cool. And it's on the left side because I did not deploy with that unit, if you know anything about the Army uniform. And this side is, come on, the American flag that I wore the last time I was deployed, which was to Iraq for Operation Iraqi Freedom. And I was with the Pennsylvania Army National Guard, and that's their unit patch. And that's the one I deployed with, so that's on the right hand side. And there are no sleeves, so I put it under the sleeve hole. Close as I thought was kind of cool. So there's the vest. Hope you like it. If not, oh well. Okay, let's see. Next up on the list, I want to plug a couple things. The Metalhead Box. Love it. I've only gotten one so far, but I noticed today that my next one is already being shipped, so that's awesome. I almost said a bad word there. But if you don't know, Metalhead Box is a monthly subscription. You can choose LPs, CDs, or cassettes, and in the box you get all of the contents have to do with metal. And you can choose subgenres like death metal, thrash metal, doom metal, classic metal, power metal. Just go on the website www.themetalheadbox.com and you can see it. That website's really easy to navigate, and they're very cool people that own it and run it. In fact, they have subscribed to my channel. Thanks, Melissa. So you get t-shirts, hats. I got this hat in it. Sorry about that. One of my kids needed me for a minute. So anyway, where was I? You get hats in the Metalhead box. I got that Euronymous pin. Did I show that? Maybe I didn't. I don't know. Here it is. Euronymous from Mayhem. That came in the Metalhead box. So that's awesome. Sometimes you get food items. Sometimes you get gloves. I've seen, like, they call them flags. I call them banners. It's like a piece of cloth with the band logo, kind of like a t-shirt design that you just hang on your wall or whatever. So yeah, all kinds of awesome metal stuff in the Metalhead boxes. And you also get, like, right up there, you can see, where is it? See that guy right there? That is an autograph card. Most of the boxes have the autograph cards in them. So there, go to themetalheadbox.com and order yourself a box. Oh, let's see. Where was I? Oh, I wanted to go over a CD that I got in a Metalhead box, and it's this CD right here. They're called, you pronounce it Sécage. It's French for, oh, let's see, rampage or pillage. Sécage. From what I can guess, they are French Canadians, because every song title is in French. I can't read French. I can't speak French, so I'm not even going to attempt to list them off to you. Okay. But the album is called Chaos Mortem. Chaos spelled with a K. And it's awesome. I love it. I've been listening to it since I got it. That's what's playing in the background right now. Okay. Hope I don't get in trouble for playing their music without permission, but I'm plugging them, so I hope they don't mind. Yeah, they're from Quebec City, Quebec, Canada, and according to Encyclopedia Metallum, they have 2 demos, 3 full lengths, and 2 split albums, and they formed in 2007. So that's about all I got for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did and you're not a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe. I won't complain. And let's have more fun together next time. If you have any ideas for video content, let me know down below. And I'll see you next time. Metal.